You wore exhaustion like a badge, mistook burnout for dedication. Your body screamed for rest, but you called it weakness. You apologized for your silence, for your neediness, for the ache in your chest when even breathing felt like a task. You hid your fatigue behind productivity, worked perfectly, smiled mechanically. But inside, you felt empty, like a battery running on fumes. They said, just push through. But pushing felt like a lie when your soul was screaming for a moment to just stop. You stopped resting, not because you forgot how, but because you felt too guilty to lie down with all this chaos inside. You believed your tiredness meant you were failing. That maybe you were too weak for a world that rewarded constant motion. You thought healing meant constant hustle, that showing the need for rest meant you were failing. But the pressure to perform, it distanced you from your own needs. You apologized for your tears, for your silence, for the ache in your chest when you were alone. You thought the world wanted productivity, not your weary heart. You hid your pain behind efficiency, nodded perfectly, smiled beautifully. But inside, you felt lost, like a ship in a storm with no harbor. They said, just be grateful. But gratitude felt like a burden when your mind was screaming for permission to slow down. You believed your tiredness disqualified you from peace. That maybe you were too fragile for anyone to help you hold all this exhaustion. You thought maybe no one understood. That your fatigue was too loud, your silence too empty. That peace meant no rest, only motion. Your need for rest is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that your soul still longs for balance. Even in exhaustion, you reached out. That reaching is wisdom. Your fatigue is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that your heart still longs for its own permission. Even in trembling, you sought relief. That seeking is strength. Healing is not about pushing through every limit. It's about letting your body have the space it needs. Let it breathe with your pain. Let it whisper that you are safe. Sometimes the bravest thing is not fixing the fatigue, but accepting that you are still learning to live with it. Your very presence here, seeking, it's already an act of love. In stillness, you finally stopped fighting the tiredness, not in meditation, but in surrender. You whispered, not for fixes, but for a place to just be. In truth, this is what healing has always taught. To feel is human. To find peace is possible. Your need for rest, it is valid. You don't have to earn rest. You are already worthy. The fatigue you carry, the pain you feel, they are known. And still, you are offered sanctuary. Sanctuary doesn't mean the fatigue disappears. It means you no longer carry it alone. It means you can whisper your truth and know you are already held. Let go of the need to be productive. Let go of the fear of being seen. Just breathe. Just be. Just trust that you are worthy of the rest that was always meant for you. You carried your exhaustion like a secret shame. You apologized for your need to rest, thinking maybe you needed to be strong to be loved. But what if sanctuary was never about being productive? What if your tiredness is not a flaw? What if it is a space for light? What if your soul, in all its tiredness, was exactly what you needed to draw you closer to yourself? What if sanctuary starts with stopping the fight? If you're ready to stop fighting the fatigue and start making gentle space for your truth, we've prepared something kind for your journey.